Well, hello there, friend. Welcome or welcome back. I'm GMerie, a millennial wife and mom of two, and here on my channel, I talk about all things digital planning, home organization, personal finance with an emphasis on budgeting, and every now and then I do some DIY projects. So if any of that sounds like your vibe, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Okay, so it is the mid of July. And I just realized that I have yet to do my mid year review. I have not gone over my finances from January to June yet to look at the two quarters, quarter one and quarter two as a whole, just to see how I'm truly doing overall for those 6 months. If I'm like close to hitting or missing my goals. And this will give me an idea of what I may have to do in order to complete and achieve my goals successfully for 2024. So I want to take you guys on this journey with me to go over some of my accounts and just look at some balances and just to see how I'm doing. So if you want to get all up in my business, and I mean up in my business, go ahead and stay tuned to this video. Now let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into this quarter two financial update. This is just video, just going to be a little review of how my Q2 went, and I'm just going to try to compare some numbers between how quarter one and quarter two to see if there's any difference or increase or decrease in certain numbers pertaining to which direction I want them to go. Okay, so as you see here, this is quarter one and this is my quarterly finance statement. This is a document that I did create. So if you guys are interested in using this sheet, just let me know. I'll leave a link to it in the description below for anyone who wants to use it. Wasn't, I was looking for something that I needed to compare my months and also keep track of how my year is going just at a full glance with some numbers. So I just created a little sheet. Not sure if this will be helpful to anyone else, but if you guys feel that it will be helpful or you can use something like this, just let me know. Go ahead and leave a comment and I got you. So for Q1, my income was 11,212 and 94 cents. Savings was 1,102. I did pretty good with savings in quarter one. Investments, not so good. Debt, awesome, because for most of or towards the end of Q1, I was focusing a lot on debt. That was the season I was in, and I'm still in that season, still paying off debt, but just also prioritizing some other things as well too. So, and my total expenses for Q1 was $8,966, and the total expenses includes my fixed bills and also my variable expenses. So all expenses besides everything else besides my debt, investments, and savings. This is that number right here, like my rent, my car insurance, cell phone bill, grocery shopping and gas and all that stuff. So that all came up to $8,966. So, quarter one wasn't so bad, but then let's go ahead and see what quarter two looking like. Woo. Because I do believe that I had a goal of, I think, $12,000 for income is what I wanted to bring in for Q2. Drum roll. Brrr. Let's see. How did my income do? Bam! 13,078 and 6 cents was my net income for Q2, which I was very, very proud of. Towards the end, I was feeling like I wasn't going to achieve my goal. I was kind of not aware that I had already achieved it. I just felt like I didn't do as good as I could have, but I did the numbers and actually reviewed the complete 3 months, I was able to see that I did indeed achieve the goal. So that's why it's good to do these reviews, because it lets you know where you are and how far you are from getting to where you want to get to. So that's why I always do these. And I'll continue to do them because they keep me focused and they keep me on track and let me know where I'm at that moment in time. So for my savings, I only saved $390.86, which I was like, damn, Gina, that's it. But you know what it was? I think it's because I did have to dip into my emergency fund for a little something at one point. So it did bring my number down, because if I had an increase in income, either should have went to savings or it should have went to debt. So obviously it didn't go to savings. So investment, it might have went to investments because there was an increase in investments for quarter two. I went from 250 to 431. And this is not including my son's 529. And this number right here does include my 52-week challenge, some of the money from that challenge, because I purge it quarterly. So I did send it over to Fidelity and invested it. So some of this money is from my 52-week challenge. And debt payment was once again $2,038.59. So it was a little less than quarter one, but it was still up there. So I did put a lot into debt. And my total expenses for Q2 Q2 were 9,795 and 69 cents. What do they say? More money, more problems. Your income goes up and so does your damn expenses. So these are my numbers for Q2 for April, May, and June. And then up here is quarter one. So I'm all in all, I'm very satisfied with how Q2 ended up turning out. Like I said, I was a little nervous towards the end. I felt like I wasn't getting ahead. Come to find out there actually is, because these numbers are telling me that there's progress. So I need to just get out of my head and stop and just be patient. That's my problem. I just need to sit back and just remember that this does take time and I need to have patience and just go with the flow and trust the process. And now I'm going to go to the next page and we're just going to go over some of balances on some of my accounts, such as savings and investments and stuff like that. Okay, so we already know my net income was 13,000. So now my emergency savings fund balance, this is my SOS fund. So this is emergency savings. The balance is 1,407. At the end of Q1, it was 1,106. Like I said, I did have to go in there for a little something at one point. It wasn't much, but that's why this number didn't really have such a great increase, because there was more in there, but I had to take some out for a particular reason, a little emergency that came up. So once again, this is what this account is for. That's what having an emergency savings is for. So you have that little you have a cushion, certain things come up so that you don't have to go and charge your credit card and now have interest tacked to it and just dig yourself in more debt if you don't have that money readily available to you. So I was glad that I had the funds. So that's why this number is not, quite higher than it should be, being that I did bring in almost, let's see, I went from 11,000. What's the difference? Let's see what the difference is. Let's do the math. Wait, what? Oh, shit. Is $1,865.12. Now we'll go down to total investments balance, and this is my newest, and this includes my 401k from my new job, and also my Roth that I recently started as well too, like a year or two ago. So it is 3,133, and that went up from 1,856 in Q1, and most of this kind of is profit. So I am satisfied with that number as well. I am satisfied with the total investments balance. Once I'm done with paying off this debt, I'm going to go hard on my investments. So I am also currently in the process of talking to a financial advisor through Fidelity. So we've been having some conversations. So I feel like they're leading me in the right direction. And like I've always promised you guys, what I learned, I will be passing on to you. So expect some future videos on, investments for, people who might be a little up in the age like me in their 40s, who are in that process of now just starting to fully prepare for retirement. I started some years back when I was younger. My ego got in the way, and I just, you know how young people do. You get money, and you just be like, you ain't thinking about tomorrow, let alone 20, 30 years from now. So I stopped the process, pulled out money, and just, and now I'm here, 41 years old, trying to start all over, trying to start from scratch. So anybody who is watching this video that is in their 20s, please take it as a lesson to just think about 20, 30 years from now. I know you want to live for today, which is good. Live for today, but also put away for 20, 30 years from now. Because me being a visiting nurse, I'll tell you, I see a lot. See a lot of stuff that's making me nervous, that makes me sad, that makes me scared of how some of our elderly people are living who didn't prepare for retirement. It's bad out there. Well, I'm in Connecticut, so out here, what I'm seeing is kind of, it makes you nervous and it makes you scared of what the future can possibly be if you don't prepare. But enough said on that. So now we're going on to my current total debt, and boom, I know you like, damn, do you know what happened? I did end up with 6,000 in quarter one, but I did end up acquiring $10,000 in debt in Q2 because I did get a new vehicle. This is probably going to be the vehicle that I'm going to have for a very, very long time. I had another vehicle that my husband had gotten into an accident with, so I was like, you know what, let me just get what I want this time around and just hold on to it until the motherfucking wheels fall off. So that's my intentions. So I am going to have this vehicle for a very long time. And it wasn't a $10,000 vehicle. It was more than that, but my husband is paying. I am taking responsibility for $10,000 of that debt. And he said that he wants to pay the rest, that he wants to pay the remainder for me not to add it to anything. He's going to take care of that. But so yes, it did jump me up from 6,000 to 16, but I'm going to hustle and do what I have to do because I want to get this paid off as soon as possible. I should be able to have this done in a couple of years. Well, at least the $10,000 of it. the $6,000, like that's credit card. That's two credit cards, I believe. I'm gonna knock those. One of those about to be paid up in November, paid in full. So I'm gonna knock this out. Besides that, and I am in phase one of my debt repayment journey. Right now, I'm just paying off like credit cards and like loans and stuff like that. The loans are done. Only have two credit cards left, and then I have the $10,000 for the car. And then after that, I'm gonna start working on my student loans. I'm trying to figure out how and what I'm gonna do with those. So we shall see. But I put that on not the back burner, but I just put that on phase two. I want to get control of most of this debt, or I can start focusing on that. Because if I focus on too much at one time, if I see one big large number, give me anxiety and make me nervous, and I'm just gonna probably start focusing on other things or get sidetracked. So I was like, let me do my debt repayment progress or journey in phases. And I like how it's going because I see we have this group, that group, and I'm focusing on this one right now. And that is the end of my financial update for Q2. If you guys are still here and still all up in my business, thank you so much for being here. I truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you for watching this video. And if you found this video either entertainment or any helpful tips in here, please do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you would like to come back and hang out with me again, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss another upload. Thank you so much once again. And as always, beauties, always become wiser, stronger, and better every day.